Looks like we're all ready to go, so we're going to turn things over to you, Tori and Jeff, for their Super Monkey Ball race. Best of luck, gentlemen.
Hey, it's fancy seeing you guys here. It's almost like I was here just like a couple minutes ago. Hi, I'm Jeff.
I'm Yutori.
I'm Dan.
I'm also Dan.
And I'm A2 Rhombus.
Also not Dan. So I just wanted to point out before we start on this ROM hack, which it is, the lowercase w is actually here.
Yeah.
So in the original Monkey Ball 2, in all versions, instead of a lowercase w, there's a lowercase t.
Yeah, right.
And I didn't get to mention it in the last run, but that's just funny. It was also the final name for the first run of this in 2014. It was just lowercase t. So yeah. Good? Okay, cool. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so 1-1, unlike 1-1 in Super Monkey Ball 2, 1-1 is actually somewhat difficult here because we take this very thin path. So with that out of the way, I was kind of nervous about that. This is Super Monkey Ball. So as you notice, this is same monkeys, but very different levels. So this is a Monkey Ball 2 ROM hack, or ISO hack, or however you want to quantify it. This is custom-made levels. This is all made by one person. So this whole hack, this whole backgrounds, the animations, all that stuff is made by one person named Bytes SMB. ROM hacking kind of started about a year and a half ago for this game. Well,
Nice one, Jeff.
it looks like we both. I can't. Oh my goodness. So ROM hacking for this game completely threw me off. Was not expecting that. It started in, I believe it was like early 2017 or late 2016. Someone by the name of YoshiMaster15 found out how you could make object files in 3D modeling programs and turn them into game files for this game. And the first levels were just like small blocks with thin wires attached to them, and goals at the end. There we go. And it turned into this, and it's kind of crazy. Because as a kid, I was always like, what if I could make my own Monkey Ball levels, And I'm sure everyone who played this game probably drew up a stage or two in their head, So it's just crazy to be able to play something that's custom made. And some of these stages you'll see are kind of like throwbacks to some original Monkey Ball 2 stages, just with a little added difficulty. But overall, this hack is more difficult than vanilla Monkey Ball 2. And that'll start to be apparent once, I would say, World 4 happens.
If you thought anything in the last run looked hard, then you're in for something special.
And
Because some of these levels are interesting, to say the least.
Yeah. So even more blind jumps, more crazy pause buffers. Really, just this makes running Monkey Ball 2 seem easy in comparison.
There's also a bunch of references to other games that you'll see later in the run that I think Jeff will point out.
Yeah, I'll point out some of the references, but it's just crazy to think that it came from untextured like blocks and lines and a goal and maybe some bumpers you jump off of into this like immensely like detailed, well-textured, well-animated.
There's even some crazy moving platforms in later levels that even the original doesn't have movement in quite the same way.
Yeah. And also, as you can see, the goals have textures that are also custom. There we go.
No.
Oh.
If I'm not mistaken, those custom textures were added just in the last day or two.
Yeah, these were added specifically for this marathon. the creator touched up everything and made it look all pretty for you guys.
Yeah,
So
we downloaded the new version last night.
it was actually really stressful.
Yeah.
So this is a really intense strat. This is probably the first like super intense strat of the run here. So it's a couple frame window and then a lot of move. Oh, okay, all right. Thanks, goalpost. But on that level, the green goal is very hard to get, but you actually get it more often by doing the pause strat than just doing it normally.
Yeah, so even if you get the pause, you still have to do quite a lot of...
It's like 3, no, I wouldn't say like frame perfect movements, but it's pretty tight movement. So moving on to World 3, this has...
As Yutori almost goes to the green goal on that stage.
Yeah. Nah, I'm just gonna do the level normally. Well, as normally as one can. Well,
Oh.
you know, maybe going for it normally wasn't such a good idea. I might rethink that.
So even if it may look like they get kind of far apart in this race, the slightest mistake can bring them much closer
Oh, yeah.
together than they might want to be.
It's not gonna be very far apart, I
Yeah,
don't think.
it can easily come even near the end of World 10.
And it will not be surprising if we have several lead changes
Yeah.
throughout the race.
This we did a practice race earlier the week, and it came down to the final bit on the final level. So, and when I say final bit, it's
You'll
well,
see.
You'll see.
You'll see.
You'll see. So we're also doing the same sort of menuing that Yutori did in his vanilla Monkey Ball 2 run. The only difference is we're not going to be doing the loading manipulation. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The party ball killed me. Also, fun fact, in the game files for this game, the party ball is not called the party ball, it's called the scent bag. I don't know why. There's also a file called Memes Castle, which I think was a placeholder for one of the mini game things, like a mini game location or something like that. But instead of Mimi's Castle, it's just Memes Castle.
So I don't think there's anything too complicated right now, so maybe we'd have time for a
Yeah,
donation.
yeah, that's fine.
All right, we have $30 from Lowercase Row. Sweet holy wow, that monkey ball run was phenomenal.
Maybe we could get one more in.
Yeah, we can do like 1 or 2 more.
Sure. $50 from Oh Puffball. Take my money. And hi, Jeff.
Hello, Puffball. I love you.
$100 from Brandon. $100 for Yutori's outstanding Super Monkey Ball run.
All right, so this strat right here is single frame perfect and then a lot of movement. So we're gonna hold up left for like 0.1 second, and then we're gonna do some air boosting, and I saved that. So air boosting is actually, it's interesting. So when you think of this game, what do you think you control? Do you control the monkey or do you control the stage? That's a general question for everyone in the audience.
Stage?
Okay, so it seems like people are thinking stage. So you actually control the monkey and you control gravity, in the way that gravity interacts on the ball. So when you're in the air and you hold like up left or up right and you kind of switch back and forth, you gain distance but you lose speed. That's because you're controlling and affecting the gravity around the monkey.
Yeah.
So because the reason we found that out is because in debug mode you can turn stage tilt off and the game will play the same. It just looks really disorienting.
It feels very weird.
It feels like you didn't get a lot of sleep and then you drank a lot of coffee. You just feel really uncomfortable.
Yeah, if anybody has ever experienced that feeling when you're really tired and it kind of feels like the floor is moving under you, that's what it feels like.
Yeah, pretty much. So reverse building is a throwback to a level called Building in Monkey Ball Deluxe, where it's really boring and you go up the structure. Okay, that was crazy. And so we just flipped it upside down and made it better. All right, so right here, I'm just gonna kind of wait and, okay, now we're gonna go. Hello, goal. So Itori does a bit of a different strat where he bounces off the railing, but still pretty cool.
It makes that jump look even more blind. Oh,
No, I'm good. I'm
got
good.
it.
I'm good. That was a good save. The good thing is, because this hack is on the North American version, he doesn't have the same problem that he had with the regular Monkey Ball run, so he can just go straight back into it and get back to going fast.
and fortunately, he does not have to redo the stage.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if we talked about first framing in the previous run.
No, I don't think we
didn't.
did.
But,
you can go. You got it.
Yeah, if you, when you're menuing to leave the stage at the end of the level, there's actually 2 frames where after you break the goal tape, where the level doesn't think it's over yet. And if you exit to stage select on those 2 frames, then it won't count you as having beat the stage. So you have to redo it.
Yeah, so the way it works is on the first frame, the tape breaks, and on the second frame, the party ball breaks. And the camera is actually still in like game mode camera. But once it passes those 2 frames, hello. Once it passes those 2 frames, then it switches camera angles, and you can kind of tell when you get it. So those 2 things have to happen until the game's like, oh yeah, you've actually beaten the level.
So that stage that Jeff just did and Yutori is about to do is kind of cool looking. It's a bit of a blind jump that's quite a bit harder than it looks.
Speaking of blind jumps, I'm just going to turn my back to the stage.
A couple levels ago, you saw Secret. That was a reference to Sunshine.
All right, so I'm going to do a really silly strat, and if I get it, I'm going to donate some money to GDQ. And if I don't get it, I'm still going to donate money. And we got it.
He got
Jeff.
And I exit a game.
Jeff, my wallet.
So that's, what, $75 from me and at
Me.
least one person on the couch.
Yeah,
So-
Jeff is pledging 50 for that, and I said I would do 20 if he got it.
No, I'm doing 75. I said 50 if I didn't get it,
Oh.
75 if I did.
I was going to match Jeff.
So 2 75s and a 20.
I guess I'm also matching.
All right, 3 75s and a 20. Let's go.
So, because Jeff got lucky, all of our wallets have been destroyed. Thank you very much, Jeff.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
I told
hurting
Back
to-
Couch to approximate deaths for $5 per death, but I don't know if they're counting.
So ironically enough, we don't buffer on the stage buffer. There we go. So as you can see, because of my exit game and then the failed there, like Yutori will take the lead. Lots of lead changes. This game is a great racing game. It's also a really great speed game. I think that Monkey Ball 2 and some of the other ROM hacks, even this one, are very good as far as they're hard to master, but fairly easy to learn and do runs of. And so we actually have a Discord for the ROM hacking community where we kind of talk about different things and collaborate with each other and all that stuff. And everyone's like super eager to help people learn the game as well.
And I think another cool thing about this game as a speedrun is, I'm sure you've heard the term RNG many times this marathon.
Yeah, there's none of that.
There's no RNG in this game. Sometimes there's a little bit of luck, especially with the collision, but no random numbers are being generated.
So I actually missed the second frame of that strat, but I was able to save it. You're supposed to get either 23 or 25. I got 21. So, in blackjack, that'd be great, but not so much in that.
I love the music in this game.
So the pause strat on this is the quickest pause strat in any Monkey Ball run. You have to pause at 0.05 seconds elapsed on the timer. So it's
Which is 2 frames into
2 frames.
the level starting.
Yeah, so you get I think it's actually 3. You get 0.98, 0.96, and then 0.95. So it's the third frame. But I guess we're both technically right because 2 frames pass or on the third frame.
This
So,
is
yeah.
the coolest looking level in the game.
Design-wise, I think this is one of the cooler levels.
So many completely unnecessary paths, but it looks really cool.
I think
and you
I've-
can take most of those.
I've actually completed that stage hitting every single ramp in some way. Also, there's a green goal on that stage that sits like way up in the air. It's very difficult to get bites through in some like speedrun challenge-esque goals, like alternative goals. So we didn't really talk about that at all in the previous run. But there are green and red goals in
Nice.
story mode. Good save, by the way. Good save.
Thank you.
And those goals in challenge mode would take you to 2 and 3 goals ahead, respectively. In story mode, they're just there for points. And the points, I mean, if you're trying for a high score, that's good. Or just a challenge.
So we're not actually commentating on a lot of these levels because they kind of just go by really fast, and we can't possibly commentate on everything. But most of these levels have some kind of intricate movement that's not very easy, even if it looks like they're not trying too hard to
There we
get
go.
them.
Like that little bit of movement at the end of that level is kind of jank.
Hey Jeff, it's your favorite level.
No, it's not actually. Is it opposite day today? Because if so, then you're right. Okay, cool.
That's another level that looks way easier than it actually is.
Oh, Yutori got my strat for that level. Now I have to get it.
Jeff does a dumb thing here.
Well, Yutori just did the dumb thing. And I did it too, so there we go. We both got it.
Both of those strats are way harder than they look.
It's risky.
Most of this game is way harder than it looks.
This run just goes by. This run goes by so fast. But it's very fun.
Generally, if something looks easy, or even if it looks hard, it's probably very hard.
Probably. So I do a little bit of a safer strat on Wobbly here.
Uh-oh.
So Yutori does kind of the unbuffered strat. I buffer, and then you bounce off the goal, hold directly right, and then it puts you in the goal. It's my marathon save strat. The week practicing for the run. Oh, nice, by the way.
That level's really annoying.
All right.
The way the gravity on that level works is really confusing.
Yeah. All right, so World 8 starts off with 2 single frame perfect strats in a row. All right, so we got the first one. I really like the aesthetic of World 8 and the music. It's just really well designed. All right, so second frame perfect strat. Okay, I got it. And now we have probably, I think to anyone who's never seen this, this will be really visually impressive.
I love the way
For
this
fun.
looks. Wee.
So you get blindly thrown by that platform all the way across. Also, it's sad because there's a flip side level, but no flop side level. That's just a Super Paper Mario reference. All right, good job.
Nice. Thank you.
All right.
So Jeff buffers that level because he's a scrub.
That's a hot take.
And you'll see Yutori will do it
Unbuffered.
unbuffered
Because he's not a scrub.
He's not a scrub.
Yeah, well. Oh. Man, you jinxed him. You jinxed him. I can't believe you would do that to Yutori.
This level's really hard to do unbuffered.
It is. Look at that. Like that's. Oh no! Now I jinxed it. Oh, and then I missed the strat because I was sad. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go slow.
But yeah, giving him credit.
Credit where it's due. Even like going for that and missing it, he got really close on a lot of those attempts, which a lot of people wouldn't even be able to get that close.
I was invested in that save. It was a good save.
Thank you.
So this level is like a sleeper, dangerous level. There's a fly in my face. Hello? Please don't do that. It just like flew right in my face, like right near my mouth as I was talking. I'm like, look, I already had breakfast today, okay. All right, so I do a single frame strat on 9-1. You'll see Yutori I think does a different variation of the strat for 9-1. I really like this stage 9-3 because it reminds me of like the Monkey Ball 1 stages that are just short but challenging. Whereas a lot of the levels in this game will remind me of like Monkey Ball 2 with kind of big and lots of stuff.
And you might not notice on that level, but those curved parts of those platforms were actually moving up and down.
That's why it's called tilt wire.
So you have to maintain a pretty
Oh,
constant
no.
speed.
I died on knockoff rings. So this stage is a throwback to Monkey Ball 1 stage, Expert 46. Okay, so this I have a setup, and it's just called hashtag the setup.
Hashtag the setup.
Hashtag the
Hashtag
setup.
the setup.
So you just hold up, and then you hold up left as soon as you hit the ground, and it generally will just give you enough speed to kind of just wobble your way into the goal.
Also, is the music on this level different?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
some of the music changed just because
Ooh, those collisions were really janky. I think that was 3 collisions that the game didn't detect there in a
yeah,
row.
so on that strat that he does, that happens all the time. That goes back to pause buffering. Literally, it does the same thing at the same time. Generally, collision will behave the same way if you do the same movements. And so the strat that he does, it rolls over 3 bits of collision. Also, hello goal, peekaboo. There you are. And then there's another green goal that's hidden inside the sponge. Also, this level is what I'm gonna go do after this, and I'm gonna go eat breakfast. I had a Milky Way bar. It's healthy, right?
I just want to say that you'll be seeing the runners die quite a bit. You've seen them die quite a bit already, and I promise you, it's not because they're inept at this game.
All right, World 10.
This game is just really difficult.
So this stage you might recognize from, it's a throwback to Mario 64, like the end of Bowser in the Sky. So I'm gonna do a small little cycle skip here where I just kind of get on that one. There's a lot of bananas in that stage, by the way. They're like...
Hashtag the setup.
Oh, there we go. I think there's 160 bananas in Dark World, or 140. It's a lot of bananas. Lots of potassium. All right, so this is the first of 3 stages that I just like to call like the hex stages, because I don't want to get in trouble. So 10-3, 10-8, and 10-10 are the 3 hardest stages. Yeah, and see, like it's something. Those are words for it. I have other words for it, but they're, well.
I think the best word to describe World 10 would be evil.
Mean?
Mean, evil,
Rude?
not enjoyable to play casually.
I wouldn't say that.
Any of the
I
above.
enjoyed it.
Well,
But I also
maybe not enjoyable, but definitely frustrating.
when I first played this hack, I think in January or February when the first like iteration of it came out, I spent 2 hours on 10-10. So if that tells you like how hard it is, like the person who's running it here spent 2 hours on that level. All right, so we're just gonna do this because again I'm a scrub, and I don't feel like taking holding a 4th L on that level. I do not feel like that.
I want to give a shout out to Barhunga,
Who does everything unbuffered?
who hates pause buffers and would probably be yelling at Jeff a lot for buffering that.
Yeah, in fact, Barhunga will probably just send me a message and make fun of me, and that's okay. I welcome it.
Barhunga, by the way, is a very skilled runner in Monkey Ball 1.
Yeah. He actually ran Monkey Ball 1 a couple AGDQs ago, if I remember correctly, the master category. Okay, so this is, in my opinion, the coolest looking pause buffered strat. So it's triple frame perfect. And of course, because I said that, now I have to do it again. Okay, so the first frame is the only frame that's like you have to hit. There's different sets of frames depending on what second frame you get, so I got it right there. And so we just bounce off that bracket and into the goal. And this level is just smooth.
That's a really satisfying level.
Yeah, it's just fun to play. All right, so second of the heck stages.
Would you say it requires perfect execution?
Yeah, that pun did, and it didn't work out. So no, that was a good one. That was good. That was good.
Thank you.
So you guys, chat's probably not gonna like this level.
I don't like this level.
If they can hear the audio, I don't know whose audio they have, but
They don't have yours.
okay. I hope they don't.
Oh, don't worry. They'll hear it.
I mean, they'll hear it
they'll hear
eventually.
it.
One way or another. Okay, glad that's over. All right, so this is 10-10. You could say it's the culmination of the run or other play on words. This is the stage that took me 2 hours to beat. It's not easy. It's the opposite of easy. It's very hard.
Is it the Dark Souls of Monkey Ball?
I just absolutely wish you didn't say that.
So you,
Small
Tori,
boy. There we go. So this is, I always just go for this for kind of some swag effect. It's just a really tiny platform that I shouldn't go for because I will lose like a minute. I'm taking that nice and easy. All right, so if I don't miss the goal in the box here, this giant rotating cube of death, time is when I hit the goal here. There, time.
and now you'll hear some fabulous audio from Yutori's side.
Take it away.
Uh-oh.
We'll just let you listen to this. So you'll actually see on those rotating platforms that Jeff took the small boy on, Yutori actually does a bit of a faster strat.
Yeah, he's crazy. But I love him. He's great. Whew. There we go.
It seems I should wait.
You were just like off the cycle a little bit there? Oh, yeah. Oh, you almost had that,
Yeah,
but too risky.
too risky for marathon.
Yeah.
Time.
Good race.
Good race.
Good race. All right. So that's Super Monkey Ball 2 Monkey Ball. We have a Discord that is all about these kind of, alternative games to Monkey Ball 2 if you're interested in that. I can provide a link to that on my Twitter. I'll tweet it out, and you guys can join it. You should go follow Yutori. He's awesome. And thanks for having us, and thanks for meeting the race. Thanks to the Yeti again for that.
Yeah, the Yeti, you're the real MVP for this race. I was worried we weren't going to meet it for a second.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, guys. Thanks for having us.
All right, fantastic job, you, Tori and Jeff. While we're waiting on the next run to get started, we're going to go ahead and take a short ad break. See you all in a moment. And welcome back to Summer Games Done Quick, which benefits Doctors Without Borders. Doctors Without Borders, or MSF, is a medical humanitarian organization working in more than 60 countries around the world. MSF is a private international association. MSF provides assistance to populations in distress, to victims of natural or man-made disasters, and to victims of armed conflict. They do so irrespective of race, religion, creed, or political convictions. Find out more at doctorswithoutborders.org. Coming up next, we have Spider-Man Web of Fire, run by Pete Dorr for the 32X. And while we're getting started, we'll go ahead and catch up on some of the donations. We have a $200 donation from Medinok. Happy to see both of my favorite games crushed and discover games I've never seen before. With TASBot joining the event, we now have Machine and Man working together to raise money for those who save lives. And speaking of saving lives, don't forget the animals. We have a $30 donation from One True Azrael. I bow to all of you gods and goddesses of the speedrunning community for doing such wonderful work for such a great charity. Thank you for all that you do. Another $50 from Raspberry Space Jam. Here's $50 to running Pepsi Man. And just an update for that incentive, we have $2,470 of the $45,000 incentive. So please keep them coming. We would definitely want to see Pepsi Man being run. $150 donation from Pneumatic. It's amazing what your crew can accomplish 24/7 for a week twice a year. I'm also enjoying the change of games this year. Keep up the good work. Thank you for that donation, Pneumatic. We have a $20 donation from Pyronic. Loving the Super Monkey Ball, put this money toward Pepsi Man. A $25 donation from Vilmorar. Awesome run. Can't wait to see Spider-Man. And it looks like we're all ready to go, so we're going to turn it over to Pete Dorr for his run of Spider-Man Web of Fire. Best of luck, Pete.